वदन्ति विश्वं कवयस्मनश्वरम् पश्यन्ति चाध्यात्मविदो विपश्चितः तथापि मुह्यन्ति तव च मयाया सुविस्मितं कृत्यम् अजं नतोऽस्मि स्मितं Vadanti, they say authoritatively. Vishwam, the entire material creation. Kavaya, great learned says. Small, certainly. Naswaram, perishable. Pashyanti, they see in trance. Cha, also. Adhyatma vidaha, who have realized spiritual knowledge. Vipaschistaha, very learned scholar. Tathapi, still. Muhyanti, become illusion. Tava, your. Aja, or unborn one. Mayaya, by the illusory energy. So Subhismitam, most wonderful. Krityam, activity. Azam, unto supreme unborn one. Natasmi, I offer my obeisances. Tam, unto him. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, Shri Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila. O unborn one, the learned Vedic scholars who are advanced in spiritual knowledge certainly know that this material world is perishable, as do other logicians and philosophers. In trance, they realize the factual position of this world. They preach truth as well. Yet even they are sometimes bewildered by the illusory energy, by your illusory energy. This is your own wonderful pastime. Therefore, I can understand that your illusory energy is very wonderful. I offer my respectful obeisance unto you. So please respond. O unborn one, learned Vedic scholars who are advanced in spiritual knowledge certainly know that this material world is perishable, as do other logicians and philosophers. In trance, they realize the factual position of this world, and they preach the truth as well. Yet even they are sometimes bewildered by your illusory energy. This is your own wonderful pastime. Therefore, I can understand that illusory energy is very wonderful. I offer my respectful obeisances unto you. Purport. Not only does the illusory energy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead act on the conditioned soul within the material world, but sometimes it also acts on the most advanced learned scholar who factually know the constitutional position of this material world through realization. As soon as someone thinks I am this material body, aham mameti, Srimad Bhagavatam 558, everything in relationship with material body is mine is an illusion, moho. This illusion caused by the material energy acts especially on the conditioned soul, but it sometimes also acts on liberated soul as well. A liberated soul is a person who has sufficient knowledge of this material world and is therefore unattached to the bodily conception of life. But because the association with the modes of material nature for a very long time, even the liberated person sometimes become captivated by the illusory energy due to inattentiveness in the transcendental position. Therefore, the Lord Krishna said in Bhagavad Gita, chapter 7:14, Mam evaya prapadyante mayam etam tarantite. Only those who surrender unto me can overcome the influence of the material energy. Therefore, no one should think himself as a liberated person immune to the influence of Maya. Everyone should very cautiously execute devotional service by rigidly following the regulative principle. Thus, he will remain fixed at the lotus feet of the Lord. Otherwise, a little inattention will create havoc. We have already seen an example of this in the case of Maharaj Bharat. Maharaj Bharata was undoubtedly a great devotee, but because he turned his attention slightly towards a small deer, he had to suffer two more baths, one as a deer and another as a Brahmana, Jada Bharat. Afterward, he was liberated, went back home, back to Godhead. The Lord is always prepared to execute his devotee, but if the devotees take advantages of the Lord's leniency, purposefully commit mistake again and again, the Lord will certainly punish him by letting him fall down into the clutches of illusory energy. In other words, theoretically knowledge acquired by studying the Vedas is insufficient to protect one from the clutches of Maya. one must strongly adhere to the lotus feet of the Lord in devotional service, then one's position is secure. Om Ajnanatinmirandasya Jnananjanasalakaya Chakkuranimiletanjena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Jena Bhutale Soyam Rupa Kadamaham Dadati Sopadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Jutapadakkamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavanam Cha Tirupam Sagrajatam Sagana Sri Raghunatham Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Saganalitam Sri Visakhamitam Cha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusate Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpaturu Vaishya Kurpa Sindhu Vaibhacha Patitanam Pavanabhya Vaishnavya Namo Namah Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swamiti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Pasat Desatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gauravakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Thank you very much for attending our Sunday program. Sorry, Bhagavatam Srimad Bhagavatam class. One sec, where is this verse? So today we will be discussing about the Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 5, Chapter 18, Text 4. The topics is actually the formidable spell of Maya. How the Maya spell is so insurmountable, so formidable. Even the person, like a learned person, a liberated person, he is also subdued or succumbed to the formidable spell of Maya, insurmountable Maya. So, first of all, thank you very much for attending Bhagavatam. It is said that Srimad Bhagavatam, everybody should read the Srimad Bhagavatam 2 to 37, that everybody definitely must read this Bhagavatam, because without understanding Bhagavad, Pibantiye Bhagavata Atmanah Satam, Kathamrutam Savanam Putesu Samritam. So here it is those who drink through the oral reception fully filled with the nectarian message of Lord Krishna, the beloved of devotee, purify polluted aim of life known as material enjoyment, thus go back to God and to the lotus feet of Him, the personality of God. So therefore it is said that one should hear the Srimad Bhagavatam regularly. Nitya nasta prayasu abhadresu nityam bhagavata seva. What is that abhadra means? Abhadra means this Maya's influence. The formidable influence of Maya represented by three modes of material nature. We should not just pray this prayer for the sake of memorizing or recitation. We should understand how important is Bhagavatam, because nasta prayasu abhadresu. In the conditional stage, as purport, it is stated that the normal conditional soul, they are all captivated by Maya. Captivated by Maya means they are so many abhadra. Abhadra means all influence of modes of material nature. Influence of Maya represented by modes of goodness also, modes of passion and ignorance. Therefore, by regular attendance in the classes and Bhagavatam means nasta prayasu, almost all this abhadrami. As long as we have this abhadrami, all this influence of Maya, we are not going to cross this. Therefore, it is stated in Padma Purana, Tamadi Devam Karunanidhanam Tamalabannam Suyavataram. So, this Krishna has, Jai Shri Radha Madan Mohan. So, Krishna has incarnated as a Bhagavatam. Krishna has incarnated as Bhagavatam. For what purpose he has incarnated as Bhagavatam? Apara Sansara Samudra Setu. This material existence is a apara sansara, is insurmountable. The Maya is so insurmountable. Mama Maya Durataya. Durataya means very, very insurmountable, very formidable. So apara sansara samudra setu, this is like a bridge. Supposing to cross a insurmountable ocean, which is particularly very, very difficult, there is no other way we can go cross. But Bhagavatam is a bridge, so that easily we can cross. So Bhajamai Bhagavatam. Swarupam. So Krishna has appeared as. Therefore, those Prabhupada say that anybody who wants to advance, you want to develop the love of Godhead, one must hear Bhagavatam. Otherwise, there is no question of hearing Bhagavatam. And if you do not have taste also, because usually people have no taste for Bhagavatam, they think that is so overwhelming, complacent. By in association with devotee, by hearing, we will develop the urge for hearing, taste for hearing. There is a very nice verses, it is stated here, Bhagavatam, how to develop the urge for hearing. Bhagavatam. Sushusha sadadhanasya vasudeva katharuchi sat mahata seva vipra punya tirthani sevana. So you can develop the taste for hearing by hearing in association with devotee. Or twice one says, by serving those devotees who are completely freed from all vice, great service is done. By such service one gains affinity for hearing the message of Vasudeva. By simply association with devotee, because devotee means a devotee association is not chit-chatting or gossiping, ideal talk, gramya katha. Devotee association means always Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu. Bodhoyanti parasparam, kathantacha mam nityam, tushtanti cha ramanti cha. So Bhagavad Gita, Krishna say, what is the symptoms of a devotee? Symptoms of a devotee is always talking about the Krishna Katha, not talking about the politics, sociology, no. 5.12.12 it is stated that in the association, in the assembly of devotees, always there is a talk of Krishna Katha. That is the symptoms. Even those who are pure devotee, they will always talking about Krishna. That is their nature. This is a very nice verse. It is stated that those who are pure devotee, they will always talking about the Krishna only. Paramahansa devotee who have accepted the essence of life are attached to Krishna in the core of their heart. He is the aim of their life. It is their nature to talk. It is their nature to talk only the Krishna at every moment. As if such topics were newer and newer. They are attached to such topics, just as a materialistic are attached to the topics of women and sex. So how this devotee's symptoms, that we can know a person is advancing or not by the talking. This Prabhupada says that a fool is unknown or undiscovered until he speaks out. Similarly, a devotee known by his how much he is speaking about Krishna. Always the symptom is always they talk about the Krishna, as if it is newer and newer. Nitya Nutanaha. Krishna Katha is not stale. Oh, Bhagavatam, I know this one. I know this Maya is. I have read 740. No, repeatedly. Because it's nectarian. Tava kathamrutam tapta jivanam. It's amrita. You take little bit of. You say that tomorrow I know about Putana story. Why should I hear? No, you take again that Krishna Katha repeatedly. Then you take nectar also. It's so nectarian it is. Nectarian. So on this note we will start. So today's topic is how the formidable spell of Maya. So how the formidable spell of Maya, when we turn away the Krishna, then Maya is there who captures us. Krishna bhuliya jiva bhagavancha kare nikatastha maya tare jhapatiya dhare. So what will happen when Maya is capturing? So how the Maya is strong? As soon as we are turning away, immediately Maya is capturing us. And not only that, how the process is. People say that Maya, we are in Maya. But how the process, even general people, I am not talking about, we will talk about the how liberated people also like Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, Bharat Maharaj, Puranjana, Dakhya, Azamil, so many devotees, Saubhari Muni, the great Visvamitra, all they are captivated by Maya. Even Jajati, Jajati also, the king Jajati. So in these verses it is stated that how we come into the Maya. The subtle body is endowed with 16 parts. The 5 knowledge acquiring sense, the 5 working sense, 5 object of sense gratification, and the mind. The subtle body is an effect of 3 modes of material nature. It is composed of insurmountably strong desire. Therefore, it causes living entity to transmigrate from one body to another in human life, animal life, and life as a demigod. When the living entity gets the body of a demigod, he is certainly very jubilant. He gets human body. When he gets human body, he is always lamentation. When he gets the body of an animal, he is always afraid. In all conditions, however, he is actually miserable. His miserable condition is called samsrishti, or the transmigration in material life. This is how happens when we are captivated by Maya. We get different body under the spell of Maya. Because we have so many desires, therefore 8.4 million species of life means 8 millions desire. How the 8.4 million species has come, you know? How this 8.4? Why not 8.5? Why not 8.2? Because the Maya is acting on 3 modes. You put 3 into 3, 9. 9 into 9, permutation combination, if you to mix, it will come to 8.4 million species of life. So how, when we are captivated Maya, we are not only mode of goodness, sometimes mixed mode. There are combination, permutation. So in this way, you come to 8.4 million species of life. So it is stated in this beautiful verses, 4:29-29, that how we come into the, when we are captivated by Maya, covered by the mode of ignorance in material nature, the living entity, sometimes male, sometimes female, sometimes inner, sometimes human being, sometimes demigod, sometimes a bird, an animal soul. In this way, is wandering through the material world. His acceptance of different type of body is brought about his activity under the influence of modes of nature. So when you say Maya means it is represented by modes of material nature. Therefore, people thinking that ahankara vimuratma kartaham iti manyate. So Bhagavad Gita also Krishna say people are thinking that, oh, I am doer, but they do not know they are forced to do. Why many people are coming for Bhagavatam, many devotees not coming? They are forced to not to come. Why? Because the modes is acting. When you are modes of goodness, you will come. Or because you will come, you want to hear about religiosity, you want to about spiritual knowledge, you want to inquisitive about spiritual knowledge. When you are in mode of passion, you're going to let me sleep, let me do something. Either you have to do Krishna, you have to hear Krishna Katha, or you have to hear Maya. Either you have to come here or sleep at home. There is no in between. There is no gray area, black and white. Either you are in sun or in darkness. You are in either you are with Krishna or Maya. There is nothing called two things. So in this way, you come into this different body. And everybody is conditioned by this. Not only we are, Prahlad Maharaj, Yudhishthira Maharaj is saying that everyone is now captivated. All conditional soul is captivated by this Maya. In this beautiful verses, it is stated that in the bewildered state, living entity accepting the body mind to be self, considers some people to be his kinsmen, others to be outsider. Because of his misconception, he suffers. Indeed, the accumulation of such concocted material idea is the cause of suffering, so-called happiness in the material world. The conditioned soul, thus situated, must take birth in different spaces, work in various types of consciousness, thus creating new bodies. This continued material life is called samsara, birth, death, lamentation, foolishness, anxiety due to such material consideration. Thus we sometimes come to a proper understanding that thus we sometimes come to the proper understanding, and sometimes we fall again to a wrong conception of life. So everybody is under the conditional life. In this way, how this beautiful verses is saying, under the Maya, bewildered state, living entity accepting different body, different mind to be self, consider some people are relative, just like Arjuna. The Bhagavad Gita is starting evolving on the point when Arjuna was declining to fight on this basis of material conception. Jasyatma buddhi kunapi, thinking I, me, mine, why should I fight? So Krishna is giving a fundamental understanding of spiritual life, telling that you are not this body, you are the spirit soul. That is a fundamental misconception. The fundamental misgiving of living entity starts with I am this body. As because the Maya's work actually. Maya is so strong, is covering us. Is covering us. Maya has two functions. You know what is the two function of Maya? Avaratmika. Prakhyatmika. So avaratmika means covering. You are covering that you are not this body, you are not the spirit soul, you are the body. So that's the mode of ignorance, avidya. So everybody thinking I am this body, is my relative, this is my community, this is my country. In this way they are in illusion, how Maya is working covered. Everybody thinking that, oh, this is my me mind platform. So this is stated in this verse that everybody on 2:5:39. Everybody thinking in terms of I, me, mine. See, illusory energy of the Lord cannot take precedence, being ashamed of her position. But those who are bewildered by her always talk nonsense, being absorbed in the thought of I, me, I and its mine. Today, purport also Prabhupada says that. They are thinking in terms of I and mine because they are covered by the Maya. How the spell of Maya? Very dangerous. First of all, he covered you that no, you are not this body, you are not the spirit soul, you are this body. You are related to the body. As soon as the child is birth, we are born. Our birth is the cause of all birth. I mean, cause of everything. Birth of all problem. Because as soon as you take birth, we are connected immediately to mother, father, community, society. Therefore, Vasudev, he, learned person, even the learned person, today purport say that learned person knows that there is Maya, there is Krishna, and there is a living entity, how it is captivated. Vasudev is saying that very nice verses. This Prabhupada quoted this verse many times. So Vasudev is saying that here in Vasudev, in his France, he knows that. But still they are captivated. Even Vasudev also captivated. Bhakti Jogena Manasi Samyak Pranite Male Apaschat Purusham Purnam Mayam Chatadapasrayam. So in this verses he says that thus he fixed his mind perfectly engaging it by linking it in devotional service Bhakti Yoga without any tinge of materialism. Thus he saw the absolute personality of Godhead with his external energy, which was under full control. So he saw that how both the things. Even liberated person can see both the things, but we cannot see that. We are so captivated. The next verses he spoke that Yahya Samahita Divam Atmanam Trigunatmakam Paropi Manute Nartham Tat Kittam Chavipadyate. This is a frequently used words by Prabhupada. Due to this external energy, the living entity, although transcendental to the three modes of material nature, think himself as a material product, thus undergo reaction of material nature. One must read the purport of this. Purport is fantastic. Root cause of our suffering by the materialistic living being is pointed out with remedial measures which are to be undertaken. Also the ultimate perfection to be gained. All this is mentioned in this particular verse. The living being is by constitution transcendental to the material engagement, but he is now imprisoned by the external energy. Therefore, he thinks himself one of the material product. That is the illusion. I, me, mine platform is Kavaratmika, this one. And due to this unholy contact, the pure spiritual entity suffers material misery under the modes of material nature. So he suffers because modes of material nature, when you are captivated, you cannot be happy. The living entity misunderstands himself to be a material product. This means that the present perverted way of thinking, feeling, willing under the material condition is not natural for him. But he has his normal way of thinking, feeling, willing. The living being in his original state is not without thinking, willing, feeling power. If it is confirmed in Bhagavad Gita that actual knowledge of the conditioned soul is now covered by any science. Thus, the theory that living being is absolute impersonal Brahman is refuted here. This cannot be, because the living entity has his own way of thinking in his original unconditional state also. So here it is, this present conditional state is due to influence of the material energy, which means the illusory energy takes the initiative while Supreme Lord is aloof. See, as soon as we are Supreme Lord is aloof, that means we are torn away from the Lord. Then immediately it captures. When it captures, you are thinking, many people thinking that I don't care, I am happy, even though under the spell of Maya. No. You are not happy, because here it is said that Vasudeva Paranmukham Hitvatma Maya Rachita Grihapatya Srisriya Tomo Vischanti Anischanta Vasudeva Paranmukha. If somebody turn away the Lord and he was captivated by Maya, he will never be happy. He is bound to undergo suffering. Those who have turned away from Supreme Lord Vasudev, being under the spell of Lord's illusory energy, are eventually forced to give up their so-called homes, sweet homes. That's so fairy tales. This is just a fairy tales. Children, friends, wives, lovers, which were all created by illusory potency of Supreme Lord, and enter against their will into the darkest region of the universe. That is this repercussion. That is the consequence. The gargantuan repercussion, the gargantuan consequence of being captivated by Maya, thinking that I am happy. Maya Sukhaya Bharam. Therefore, Prahlad Maharaj says, Maya Sukhaya. People are so much engrossed and captivated by Maya Sukha. I want to, they are foolish. They do not know their self-interest. I want to uplift them. This is Maya Sukha. I am thinking I am happy, I am not happy. Sudukhitaha. Sudukhita. We are suffering. Padam padam yad vipadam. So every conditioned soul is under the spell of Maya. Everybody. Because as soon as we misuse our independence, we are all spirit soul. Mamayansa jivaloko jivabhutta sanatan. As soon as we misuse our independence, we will come under the clutches of Maya. That independence is our choice. Just like devotee can come and hear Bhagavatam, devotee may not hear Bhagavatam. If the independence is given, because we are part and parcel of the Lord. And Krishna called Swarat, means supremely independent. We are part and parcel of the law of inheritance. We inherited that minute independence. When you misuse that independence, we are throwing ourselves to Maya. Which verse? This one, very important. That the root cause of our falling down is misuse of our independence. Narada Muni, 429, 26, 27. So Narada Muni here it is saying that the root cause of our embracing Maya is the living entity by nature has minute independence to choose his own good or bad fortune. But when he forgets his supreme master, the personality of Godhead, he gives himself unto the modes of material nature. That means he gives to the Maya. Being influenced by the modes of material nature, he identifies himself with the body and for the interest of the body become attached to various activities. Because now when I am a bodily conception of life, that is the materialistic. They are thinking of the bodily conception of life. So they are attached to various activities which creates the reaction. They are all reactive karma. Sometimes he is under the influence of mode of ignorance, sometimes mode of passion, sometimes mode of goodness. Living entity does get different type of body under the modes of material nature. This is an important verses. This is the root cause of our falling down. How just turning away from the Lord by misusing our independence, we are give up to the Maya. When Maya is capturing, Maya is very nicely, Avaratmika is telling, yes, you are this body, you are happy. In this body, you are a hog body, you are happy. You are a dog body, you are happy. Everybody is happy in this space. See, somebody is not happy, then he will see, he will address the awkward position of life. Oh, why I am not happy? Then I should, something is higher, is there, something there is a profound purpose of life. Then only we will turn into the spirituality to get the solution. But Maya is covering. Maya is covering so much, the influence is very formidable that even a dog also thinking I am very happy. See, in these verses he says that, Prabhu, charger you did not give. The living entity in whatever species of life he appears finds a particular type of satisfaction in that species. He is never averse to being situated in such a condition. See how he is so bewildered that even in a hog life, dog life, he is thinking that I am happy. That is the formidable spell of Maya. How is this? How is acting like so astutely, so adroitly to make us captive in this material world? The preponderance influence of Maya is so catastrophic, very catastrophic. One cannot surpass. So Krishna says, Daiva isa guna mai mama maya durata. This Maya is divine. My Maya is very, very difficult to. So now we can come to the point that living entity, all the living entity is under the spell of Maya. Which verse in Bhagavad Gita? Simple verse. In Bhagavad Gita 7:13. Trivir gunamai. Trivir gunamai bhave evi sarvam idam jagat. Mohitam navijananti mam eva paramabhas. Abhaya. So deluded by three modes of deluded by three modes, goodness, passion, ignorance. The whole world does not know me, who am above modes and inadjustable. So here it is said that all the people, all the conditioned soul is under the spell of Maya. Even the demigods also, you know the verse demigods under the Maya, Bhagavad Gita. Even the demigods, Brahma, Bhuvanal Loka is there, but there is a verse called, even the demigods are under the influence of Maya. In this verse 1840, there is no being existing either here among demigods in the higher planetary system, which is freed from these three modes born of material nature. Yeah, thank you. So everyone, even the demigods are under the influence of Maya. There's an instance where Lord Shiva is how great personality. Lord Shiva's wife is Durga only, but he was captivated by Mohini. There's a very nice thing is there. When Mohini Roop, Krishna has incarnated as Mohini Roop, so Lord Shiva wanted to see the Mohini Roop. But Lord Vishnu was refusing. Why you should see? No, I want to see. You will be captivated. No, my wife is Maya. Why should I be captivated by? I won't be captivated. But he himself captivated by Maya. He stated this in beautiful verses 8, 12. First we will go how the Lord Shiva is speaking. The Lord Shiva is speaking that even everybody is under the spell of Maya. Lord Shiva say, "Oh my Lord, who am considered to be the best of demigods. Lord Brahma, the great rishis headed by Marichi, are born of mode of goodness. Nonetheless, we are bewildered by your illusory energy, cannot understand what creation is. What is creation? Aside from all what is to be said of others like demons, human beings, who are in the base modes of material nature, Rajaguna, Tamaguna, how will they know you?" Lord Shiva's statement, this proposition of Lord Shiva, that myself, Brahma, all the demigods, we are captivated by your material energy. What to speak about the human being and all others, those who are base mode, Rajaguna, Sataguna, impossible. So devotees should never take the lightweight. Maya is so strong. Any stage, therefore it is said that even in learned sages, usually learned sages are transcendental. Still they are captivated. We will go to that. Here we will go 8, 12. What is that verse? Mohini Murti. 8, 12, 21, I think. So how he was captivated? The Lord Shiva saw the woman every part beautiful formed. See, Lord Shiva saw the woman every part of those body was beautifully formed, beautifully woman. Also looked at him. Therefore, thinking that she was attracted to him, Lord Shiva became very much attracted to her. See how Lord Shiva was very captivated. So when he was captivated, then he was under the modes of material nature. So he was captivated. He was very ashamed of that. And he prayed to the Lord, "My Lord, please give me the blessing that I won't be captivated by Maya." Therefore, Krishna blessed him. The material or external energy Maya who cooperates with me in creation, who is manifested in three modes of nature, will not able to build or you any longer. So Lord, by the mercy of the Lord, therefore Krishna say, "Mam evoja prapandyante Maya metam taranti." So Lord Shiva, same thing, the great personality, Lord Shiva, topmost Vaishnava, he also bewildered. Lord Brahma also, Brahma Vimohana Lila, he also captivated. Brahma Vimohana Lila, he also captivated, because when Krishna killed Aghasur, so Brahma want to see who killed Aghasur. Then he saw the Krishna, small boy killed Aghasur. Oh, it is impossible. He won't be Krishna. That time actually Krishna was stealing butter. There is some Acharya is telling that time Madhumangala, he is having some jhas, what is that, buttermilk in the mouth. And Krishna, so much he's taking because he knows Krishna will take out. So he's doing like this, taking everything but cannot swallow. Krishna is like this, and whatever coming out is taking. So Lord Brahma bewildered this personality, how he can kill Aghasur. So he was so bewildered, he wanted to taste the Lord. It is stated in this, he himself admitted, this is stated in this beautiful verses, so many verses in 10th chapter. O Lord, O Supreme Creator, Master, you have no material birth, yet to defeat the false pride of the faithless demons, so mercy or saintly devotee, you take birth among demigods, human being, animals. No, not this is the verse. The verse is there where it is saying 10, 14. Of course, he admitted that. In these verses, he admitted that I do not know you. Janantu eva janantu kim bhoktya name prabha manosa bapusa bacha vaibham tava gochara. The people who say, I know everything about Krishna, let them think that way. As far as I am concerned, I do not wish to speak very much about this matter. He is silent because he knows how he was bewildered by the formidable spell of Maya. Even though he is Brahma, four-headed, he understood everything. He told that I know Krishna, Brahma also, everything created from the Brahma. He is Vedanga. He is so much fast living entity. He is so much endowed with knowledge. Still, he telling, no, I do not know. I do not want to speak because he know, because he was very ashamed that how I am such a personality who knows things, I am also bewildered. Let me say this, as far as your opulences are concerned, they are all beyond the reach of my mind, body, words. So all is Krishna's opulence, his Mayas, is beyond the reach of Brahma. Brahma, who knows everything, he told that, one statement by Brahma is given in Bhagavatam, that that the great personality of Brahma with great attention, concentration of mind studied the Veda 3 times. After scrutinizingly examining them, ascertained that attraction for Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, is the highest perfection of religion. He knows everything, still he got bewildered. Therefore, even a liberated person, if he is inattentive, he may be. Usually, liberated person will never be. It is stated that the liberated person, they never comes under the modes of nature. In these verses, it is stated that the influence of material nature cannot harm an enlightened person. Even though he engages in material activity, because he knows the truth of absolute, his mind is fixed on Supreme Personality of Godhead. Even enlightened person knows that this is Maya. I should not be captivated. Because they are well informed, well knowledge, along with bhakti also. So they know things as it is, very Shastra Chakshusa. Still they are captivated how much Maya has a power. Bharat Maharaj is the son of Rishabhadev, the elder son. And the country India, Bharatvarsh, is after his name, Bharat. So he was very much, 24 years he gave up everything. His family, his children, all this attachment which is cause of material bondage. He was executing, he went to forest and execute devotional service. But somehow he was captivated by an orphan deer. And as a result, he was so attracted to the deer when he was stage of Bhava stage, very, very exalted. Bhava stage. Still he was so captivated by this illusory energy of the Lord. He was so attached to the deer. At the time of death, he was thinking of deer, and he left the body, he became a deer. He has to procrastinate his true life to going back to Godhead. And this is recorded in Bhagavatam to let us know, to warn us, to admonish us how the formidable spell of Maya, a little inattention, a little spark neglected burns the fire. There is a proverb is there. Prabhupada has given an example in an Indian train. Supposing you are going particularly to Bihar area, local train, normal train, passenger train. So what will happen? You are sitting with your booking ticket. One guy from Bihar will come, slowly will say, can I sit? And after some time, can my wife sit? Can my children sit? In this way, he will occupy your seat and you stand after getting the ticket. And these are ticketless, because Bihar, they do not book ticket in train. So this is what Prabhupada says, that how a little negligence, little inattention. Therefore, it is said that, what is that verse? Prapyam varan nibodita, khurasthara nisita, durataya. Khurasthara means the spiritual life is khurasthara, just saving. Little inattention will be blood. It's so sharp and very difficult, durata, very sharp. And so, kavaya badanti. So, all these learned sages say that the spiritual life is very tough. Therefore, utishta jagrata, prapyam varan nibodita. So, you should be very careful. You get up, wake up, and very carefully you execute. Little inattention, what will happen will blood. It will be like fall down. And this fall down is just Bharat Maharaj is very fortunate because he is a very bhava stage. He is a devotee, pure devotee of the Lord. Still he got two life as a deer and he remembers his past life. He has got an opportunity. But our condition is not that we deviated. We play with Maya. We are so complacency, leniency Maya. With Maya, because I am Krishna consciousness, I know the things, and we are so lenient. You let the Maya come, a little bit of Maya. Let me little watch Facebook, little Instagram, little YouTube, little video. You know, it will whole seat, just like a whole seat is captured. It will capture everything. You do not know, imperceptibly it will capture. Maya is growing like this. Maya is capturing. You do not know. That is the trick of Maya. I want to give me a little bit of space. I will just make me entrance to your gate. I will capture your house. That is whole Maya idea. That is called avaratmika. Another one is, as he told, prakhyatmika means supposing someone wants to get out also, he will no, don't get out. Very nice. You may say that, oh, I have already seen so much Instagram, so much surfing, and surfing is suffering, so much surfing. So, but see, Maya, you may be thinking, I am very tired, I should go to an verse. Then again, Maya will say, no, next day come and do. You know, how Maya is so trick. Next day you come. Today you are tired, never mind. Next day, Krishna, Maya will say, Prakhyatmika, oh, come out, come back. Why you are reading Bhagavatam verses? Not memorize. You see this. See how Maya is speaking. Big learned sages are captivated. Bharat Maharaj, Brahma, Lord Shiva. There is a people like Pururava, Daksha, even this Jajati. Even Ajamila was a learned Brahmana. He was also captivated. No. What is that? 6, 1, 12. So Ajamila, also it is stated, my dear king, no. What is the Ajamila things? 6, 1, 6, 3. 6, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 must be Ajamila. No. Let's go to last verse of Visvambhar 39, I think. So Ajamila also captivated. Ajamila was a very good Brahmana. So what happened to Ajamila? I forget this verse. So what happened to Ajamila? So he was captive. He saw a prostitute. He was captivated. How? By little seeing. See, simply seeing that he was captivated, and it's not like that one moment. See, supposing you see a movie, it will reiterate. A dialogue is reiterated. It will be like you would have seen this picture of some Bollywood picture. It will be stay in the mind. It's like a what is that camera? It captures everything. Then it will come. It will come again. It will come again to your mind. So how dangerous is Maya? He will simply pinpricking you. No, you See, this is very nice. Alluring you, enticing you. This is very nice. So Ajamila was little seeing for a moment, but in the heart he was always thinking that. Finally he gave up his beautiful wife and he went to this, got married with this prostitute. And as a result, he was indulged in so much sinful activities. At the time of death, Yamaraj came to take son. Fortunately, his son name is Narayana. He uttered the name of Narayana. So in this way, he was saved actually. So how dangerous! Even a learned Brahmana, he was doing everything fine. He is captivated by simply by seeing, simply by a seeing. So that is how Maya is very, very formidable. It is stated in these beautiful verses that in these verses it is stated that the infatuation and bondage we acquire to men from attachment to another object is not as complete the resulting attachment to the woman or the fellowship of men who are fond of another verse. 2. See how Brahma, at the sight of his own daughter, Brahma was bewildered by her charms and shamelessly shamelessly ran up to her in the form of stag when she took the form of a hind. So how Brahma, why it is recorded? Because see how dangerous, even thereafter her daughter also. Therefore it is said that one should not stay in a solitary place with his daughter, with his mother even. How Maya is formidable. Brahma also have captivated. There's a verse is there. What is that? 9:19? 9:19:17. He said that, see, this is beautiful verses. Matra swasara duhitrava naiva katsana bhavet balaban indriya gama vidvasmansa api karsati. One should not allow oneself to sit on the same seat, even the one's own mother, sister, or daughter. For the senses are so strong that even though one is advanced in knowledge, he may be attracted by the sex. So how the formidable spell of Maya, insurmountable. Cannot believe that how Maya is working. Such a extreme position. We can see also some news actually. I don't know where some news I heard that the marriage, the mother and son marriage, something like this I had. But outside they are like son and mother means say husband and wife. Something I had just 1 week before. How the formidable. Therefore, we have to be cautious. Any kind of leniency that I am okay, I can revive back. Okay, I will let me give the Maya little bit of Maya. Tomorrow I will go do full Bhagavatam verses. I will study Bhagavatam, hear Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita. Today I will give up. Today I have to relax. So whole idea, this mind is so strong that he is now deviating. His immediately mind has a natural tendency attracted by the Maya. It's a natural tendency of the Maya. So if you do not curb by the spiritual intelligence, by your knowledge, by your practice, that automatically will be hijacked. You will be abducted by mind. You will be abducted by the mind. Today I go astray. Let me give up, surrender to the Maya. Tomorrow, I will be hearing Bhagavatam. I will do my all spiritual thing. So that is called anaistika bhakti, not naistika bhakti. Therefore, it is incumbent for everyone to hear Bhagavatam, to come to the stage of naistika bhakti, that always Maya attack cannot influence us. Krishna Surya Sama Maya Andhakara. Jaha Krishna nahi tara Maya Adhikara. So whenever you are always in touch with this Shastra, in touch with hearing about Krishna, so you are not under the jurisdiction of the formidable spell of Maya. You are beyond the jurisdiction of the. So therefore it is so dangerous, it is said that. Sometimes they say that, okay, let me little bit of Maya. I will later on, when I'm getting, because I'm so much stressed, so let me do some Maya things, get released. People have, see, our whole thing is simple living, high thinking. People having now big condo, big car, doing hard working to maintain the condo and car, to give pay their EMI. They have to work hard like a dog and hog. So while coming back with so much enormously stressful life, exceedingly busy life, they are so tired, extremely tired. And in that tired, they want to relax, and relaxation through this social media. I want to see something which will relax my mind, some comedy, something, some entertainment. So that is going on, because our living style is bad. Therefore, Prabhupada says you should mold your life such that you are always in mode of goodness. It will not be influence you. It won't be stress. You won't be so stressed, so fatigue like this. Evam prasanna manas, always in very blissful. Why you to work hard? Simple living, high thinking. Bhagavatam say, simple living, high thinking. There's a beautiful verses, 2 to 13 or 3. The beautiful verses. You say that this, I forget. Simple living, high thinking. No, this is not. This is a good verse. They say that we should start everything from the lotus feet. That means you should start the Bhagavatam from the canto, not that 10th canto direct or 9th canto. So I think 2 to 3. Let's see. So for this reason, the enlightened person should endeavor only for the minimum necessity of life. Kamascha nendriyapti lava jive java. That is the same thing also. While in the world of names, he should be intelligently fixed, never endeavor for unwanted thing, being competent to perceive practically that all such endeavors are merely hard labor for nothing, unnecessary. Why unnecessary? Simple living, high thinking. Minimize everything, our bodily necessity of life. That is a sign of advancement. The Maya will not, you won't be stressed to go to social media to release your stress. Who is coming from the office after working for 8 hours, 9 hours and reading Bhagavatam? Very rare people. Those who have got the taste for Bhagavatam, they will come and do this thing. Nobody likes to go to Bhagavatam to read after coming so stressed from the office. You ask all our congregational duty. Nobody will. No, because you are in mode of passion and ignorance. You cannot. Bhagavatam is for Nirmatsaranam Satam. Those devotees who are non-envious, who are pure in heart, who are in mode of goodness actually. It's not a devotee, congregation devotee who are in a very envious nature. That is not Bhagavatam. You cannot assimilate Bhagavatam. You cannot have a taste for Bhagavatam. If you are envious, if you are not pure, if you are not in mode of goodness, you will not have taste. No. Therefore, all these things you should mold, understanding that how the Maya is working. There is a very nice verse. You say that everybody should be very careful for the Maya. Maya is like a butter. We are like a butter. Maya is like a fire. When butter comes in contact with fire, it will melt. So as soon as we come in contact with Maya, we will lose our spiritual quality. We will lose everything. Woman is compared to fire. Man is compared to butter pot. Therefore, a man should avoid associating even with his own daughter in a secluded places. Similarly, he should also avoid association with other women. One should associate with women only for the important business, not otherwise. So how important? Because little bit of things you will capture. You will be captivated. It is stated that. It stated in this beautiful verses, Maya will captivate if we are lenient, even a minute leniency will not be excused. The illusory material nature attracts the minute living entity to embrace her. As a result, he assumes the form composed of her quality. Subsequently, he loses all his spiritual qualities and must undergo repeated death. So as soon as you come, just like an iron is come in contact with fire, he acquires the quality of fire. As soon as we come in contact with Maya, we acquire the quality of Maya. We are illusion, completely illusion. Then what will happen? So therefore it is said that even though great personality, like Jajati, the story of Jajati is given in 1126. You see, very important. In this 1126, Jajati story has been given. The king Jajati, Pororava, Urvasi. So following song, so how he was first bewildered by controlling his lament as he began to feel detachment. The following song was sung by famous Emperor Pororava when deprived of his wife Urbasi. So what happened? Little bit of little history of this one verse before. One should never associate with materialistic. This is association is there. So Pororava is. A very instructive story. Bhagavatam is full of instruction. So this Pororava is married to Urbasi. Urbasi is a society. What is that? Heavenly society girl. When she was leaving him, even though he was naked, he ran after her just like a madman, called out great distress. Oh my wife, oh terrible lady, please stop. Although for many years Pororava has enjoyed sex pleasure in the evening hours, still he was not satiated with such insignificant enjoyment. His mind was so attracted to Urbasi that he did not notice how the nights were coming and going. Alas, just see extent of my delusion. This goddess was embracing me. This goddess was embracing me, hold my neck in her grip. My heart was so polluted by lust that I had no idea how my life was passing. So how he lost his millions of years by captivated. Or alas, although I am supposed to be a mighty emperor, the crown jewel of all kings on this earth, just see how my bewilderment has rendered me a toy animal in the hand of woman. How this, because Maya's is a formidable, but Maya's, you know what is the most efficacious weapon of Maya? Woman. Very efficacious. He bewildered us with that. Therefore, Prabhupada used this purport 558, Aham Mameti. Prabhupada used, as soon as we come in contact with women, our illusory things will be expanded. I want home, I want children. In this way, Aham Mameti, I, me, mine platform. So much substantiated. Our illusory energy, our Maya's influence will be cemented in association with women. Therefore, it is said that there no such attachment is complete without the attachment with woman. So Maya is cemented its places. Therefore, woman is the most efficacious weapon of Maya. Here, Pororava is saying that, saying that how he was captivated, although he was the emperor of the king, and he has been reduced to a toy in the hand of Urvasi. Where are my so-called great influence, power, sovereignty? Just like an ass being kicked in the face of his sea ass, I am ran after a woman who had already given me up. This is an important verses. What is the use of big education or a practice of austerity, renunciation? What is the use of studying religious scripture, of the living of living in solitude and silence, if after all that one mind is stolen by a woman? See how that's why today's thing is. So today's topics is the cardinal and core topics, subject matter of discussion is how the formidable spell of Maya. That after even a person is so learned with Vedas, so many things, religious scriptures, if he is captivated, he is susceptible to captivated by Maya. He is prone to be captivated by the Maya. So how dangerous. So one should be very careful. In every step you should know that any time you are turning away from the Lord, you are wasting our time. For mundane thing, you should know that how the Krishna's Maya is working on me. He is now prakatmika. He is exhausting his prakatmika weapon. That means throwing us away from Krishna. He is telling you, better you do all the other things. These are prioritized. All mundane thing is prioritized. Not the Krishna is prioritized. He is making us to relegate Krishna in the background. That means you know this Maya influence working on me. Therefore, intelligent person always, they discern this. They distinguish this. That when the Maya is capturing, they immediately know. Just like Paurava, he understood now that how I am influenced by the Maya. How I am emperor, I am reduced to nothing, plight, I am reduced to zero actually. Hero to zero by influence of Maya. Therefore, the intelligent person, they will always they will be very careful. They say that a person fixed in transcendental knowledge is freed from conditioned life by giving up false identification, a product of material modes of nature. Seeing this product as simply illusion, immediately you see that this is illusion. He avoids entanglement with the modes of nature, although constantly among them. Although we are in material world, ya jasya hare dasa, karmana manasagira. Even a person is Maya, because we are living in a kingdom of Maya. Maya is very strong, and we do not have a weapon. How can I beat Maya? Casual love makes us casualty. I was writing one article. If you make a casual love for Krishna, or make it a very casual Krishna consciousness practice, you will have a casualty, because Maya will, because you do not have the powers, you do not have spiritual strength, you do not have any weapon to what you say, combat, subjugate Maya. Maya, you will be subjugated by Maya. Therefore, it is said that although they constantly among them, although we are in material kingdom, we can also get out from the influence of Maya. How? The process is given. Because the modes of nature and the product are simply not real, he doesn't simply understand that. Not only understanding, first of all, knowledge is important. After knowledge, practice of knowledge. Prabhupada given in the purport, only knowledge is not sufficient. They can be captivated, but along with knowledge, we need practice. Therefore, whole program of Prabhupada, from morning Mangalarati to Bhagavatam classes and so forth, are designed how to combat Maya. Our main enemy is Maya. And our first and foremost duty to get out from this Maya. The only process Krishna says surrendering. And surrendering process can be effected by the influence of the association of devotee. Without association of devotee, without following the regulative principle given by the association of devotee, means following the devotee instruction, spiritual master instruction, then we can easily subdue the Maya. Easily. It is stated by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. 22:34 Madhya. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu say how to get out from the Maya. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu say Krishna Surya Sama Maya Andhakara. Yaha Krishna tahi nai Maya Adhikara. So Krishna is compared to sunshine, Maya is compared to darkness. Wherever there is a sunshine, there cannot be darkness. As soon as one takes to Krishna consciousness, the darkness of illusion, influence of external energy will immediately vanish. And next verse is given. That next verse it is stated that the external illusory energy of Krishna known as Maya is always ashamed to stand in front of Krishna. Just as darkness is ashamed to remain before sunshine. However, that Maya bewilders unfortunate people who have no intelligence. Thus they simply boast that the material world, this material world is theirs, that they are its enjoyer. One is immediately freed from the clutches of Maya if he seriously and sincerely say, my dear Lord Krishna, although I have forgotten you so for many long years in the material world, today I am surrendering unto you. I am your sincere and serious servant. Please engage me in this service. So how Maya influence can be can be overcome. So in this way, you can get out from the influence of Maya. Therefore, this whole Bhagavatam is written for that purpose only. Whole Bhagavatam is written to how to get out the influence of Maya. Anartha upasamam sakyat bhakti jogam adakyasa lokasya jnata vidvan chakre satasta samhita. The material misery of the living entity which is superfluous to him can be directly mitigated by the linking process of devotional service. But the mass people do not know this. Therefore, the learned Vasudev compiled this Vedic literature which is in relation to the Supreme Lord. So they do not know because of avidya. So Prabhupada also say that because we have so many, since time memorial, we have been in contact with Maya. So we have sometimes, although we are so learned, we come to Krishna consciousness. That we understand there is a Maya, there is Krishna, how everything, but still we are captivated. How? Because so long, just like we switch off the fan, still fan is moving, Similarly, so long we have been, since time memorial, we have been come in contact with Maya, under the influence of Maya. So sometimes we are, actually for us it's not sometimes, a pure devotee learned. For us, one time Prabhupada was asked by a disciple, the disciple told to Prabhupada that we are in Krishna consciousness, but sometimes we are in Maya. Prabhupada said, no, we are in Maya, but sometimes in Krishna consciousness. So how formidable Maya. So every activity you can see how we have a tendency to forget Krishna. This is what the material conditioning life. Conditioning life means forgetfulness of Krishna. Spiritual life means remembrance of Krishna. So this is the way how you can get out from the Maya. So therefore Krishna has given everything, that you surrender to me by the process of devotional service. Maya influence will not work. It will not work because darkness cannot be exist. Even we are having that, just like this garland. Garland is not like showing, oh, I am preaching, so I have got a good garland. No, these all the remnant to conquer the Maya. All this remnant we are taking, the smelling of nursing of the saint, paraphernalia of the Lord, everything to win over the Maya, conquer the Maya. It is stated in these beautiful verses. 11:646. Taya upavakta sraga gandha baswalanकार चर्चितः uchista bhojana dasa prasadam also to conquer Maya. Tava mayam jayamehi. Simply by decorating ourselves with the garland, fragrant oils, cloths, ornament that you have already enjoyed, by eating the remnant of your meals, your servant, will indeed conquer a illusory energy. See, all this system, everything arranged in the temple, Prabhupada made a system, or our Acharya has made a system, Krishna made a system, so that how to conquer the Maya. Because every step is Maya. We are living in a Maya kingdom. His influence in every step inside the temple also Maya will come if we are not so serious. We are not so serious. Therefore, always put Krishna in the center. Always you have to be very careful. Prabhupada say that, Prabhupada, what you are praying, you don't have to pray for Krishna. No, I am praying I should not be attracted by Maya. You see Prabhupada photos. If somebody asks Prabhupada, why you are praying? You are pure devotee. I mean, what you are praying? I am praying that I should not be captivated by Maya. Even Calcutta he came. He was praying also. Prabhupada, what you are praying? Prabhupada, I am praying that I should not be thinking of my past life. My wife is there in Calcutta. My is there. So how Prabhupada, such a great devotee also, they were always very cautious about Maya. Anytime Maya can enter. In any forms Maya can enter. In varieties where the Maya can enter. That is the trick of Maya. Bewilder us. So we have to be very careful, cautious. It should not be so lenient because I am Krishna consciousness. I know I am practicing. And no, I take very lightly. No, we will become casualties. And that will procrastination our process of going back to Godhead. Just like Bharat Maharaj, 2 life, we may be millions life, we do not know. We do not know. I am thinking why Bhagavatam class is important, why the morning program is important. I don't come. That means, I mean, Maya is talking to us, telling us, influencing us that you should not go to the Bhagavatam classes. So devotees, particularly devotees, the practicing devotee, when they are doing sadhana bhakti, and they should be very careful that they should not be. They are thinking that I have big. The real spiritual asset is not that I am having a condo, I have a big car, I have got a bank balance. No, real spiritual things asset is that always remembering Krishna. When you remembering Krishna, Maya will never end. That is our real asset. Without remembering Krishna is the colossal loss. That is material calamities. Therefore, Kunti Devi is praying, no, I want to remember you. Therefore, I am inviting, please give me some Vipada Santushta. I need some calamity. I need some adverse situation of life. I need danger in my life so that I can remember. Because remembrance of you is my wealth, my prosperity, spiritual prosperity. But materialistic person, when you are in a materialistic devotee in a neophyte level, we are thinking that no. If I am getting some material asset, I am improving materially. At the same time, I am doing spiritual. That is our main thing. No, that means you are not progressing. You are stagnated. It makes you leniency. It makes you complacency. Material success makes you complacency. That is our material prosperity. That is stated in these beautiful verses. Very nice verse, this one. Avasmiti Krishna padaravindaha khinoti avadrani chasamtanoti satasya sudhim paramatma bhaktim jnanam cha vijnana viraga juktam. Remembrance of Lord Krishna, lotus feet, destroys everything inauspicious, award greatest great fortune. It purifies the heart, bestows devotion for the Supreme Soul, along with knowledge enriched with realization and renunciation. Bhakti means, the taste of the bhakti means I have no material attachment. I am detesting Maya. Maya is detest. I don't like Maya. I don't want to embrace Maya. That is bhakti paresanubhava virakti. The virakti will come, knowledge will come, vairaga will come, detachment. That is the bhakti. Prabhupada says that litmus test. Litmus test of bhakti means you should have knowledge and detachment. I don't want Maya. Maya is wife, Maya is children, Maya is how everything is, which makes you attached material things. Therefore, one should be very careful not to be attached to it. Always remembering Krishna means always practice, culture the Krishna consciousness. One should not be relegated to Krishna. So in this way, this is actually material prosperity. Therefore, last purport, Prabhupada says that even after one is very intelligent, knowledgeable, he is thinking, I am very Alex smart, I know things, Krishna consciousness, I know Maya, Krishna, we are captivated, blah, blah, blah. But they still captivated. Why? They do not practice. Knowledge alone is not important. We should practice. That is the last verse we will end up. 2:9:13 is very nice verse. He says that simply knowledge, jnana cha vijnanam. These are beautiful verses. Jnanam, see Bhagavan Ubhata, Krishna himself, Jnanam paramam guhyam yad vijnanam samanvitam. Sa rasyam tadangam cha grihanam gaditam maya. So here it is said that personality of God, it says knowledge about me as described in the scripture is very confidential. It has to be realized in conjunction with devotional service. You cannot realize. See how Prabhu is quoting everything. Prabhu is so much. Why? Because he is not intelligent. He is now practicing also from 40 years. So the realization is there. Simply dry philosophically understanding will not help us to conquer Maya. We will be captivated. There are so many, what is that? Saubhari Muni, this Sakuntala Bon, what is that, Rishi? No, Rishi, what is that? The sage, Visvamitra. Visvamitra is captivated by Menaka by hearing the ankle bells. You know how great Rishi, he was doing so much meditation for years, thousands of years, simply by hearing the ankle bell, even not seeing, He was captivated, he break his meditation. He embraced her and a Sanku Sakuntala is born. There's a great story, history of this. So it has to be realized in conjunction with devotional service. See, that is important. Therefore, we should have knowledge, we should practice. Then automatically everything will come. Jnana, Vairagya will come. And to get that knowledge, you should hear it. Without culture of hearing, now how can you get transcendental knowledge? Without hearing. Hearing is very important to get the transcendental knowledge. And through this transcendental, when you get the transcendental knowledge, your action is now adjusted, tuned in Krishna consciousness. Your action is tuned means the Maya effect is now going down, and you are on the path of going back to Godhead, liberations. So therefore, hearing is the very, very beginning one must hear. Prabhupada said that my Guru Maharaj initiated me only one qualification. I was hearing. I was not going out. When he was speaking, although I don't understand what he speaks, because Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati is a very high platform. He speaks very fundamentally, very profound, very bombastic word. So Prabhupada said, I don't understand even Bengali. He was speaking in Bengali also, I don't understand. See? Still, because I was always sitting and hearing, that urge is their tendency. He told, I found this boy is hearing me. I will initiate him. That was my qualification. So without hearing, how can you get the transcendental knowledge? You never know. How many verses you remember yesterday, greedy? You may not understand one verse also. But regular hearing, you will know, oh, these greedy verses are there. 7:15. I am giving you hints. So many verses are there. 11, 23, 17, 18, 19. So all these things are there. How? Because by hearing, repeated hearing. Aviksnasas. It is said that particularly the poor-hearted grahasthas, those who are congregation devotee in a sadhana bhakti level, neophyte level, one should hear avikshana means continuous hearing. Bhagavatam particularly. Savanam, Krishna Katha should be here continuously. Then the Maya will go. One should hear from spiritual master for the long period. The verse is there. I think forget 3, Canto 3, I think. So in that verses he says that one should hear from spiritual master for the long period of time. By hearing, automatically purification will come. The Maya will go away. Because Krishna say, I enter not through mouth. The medicine enter through ears. I enter through ears to purify your heart. This is the last verse, 285 will go. Krishna say, Pravishta kanna randrena swanam bhava sarunam dhunati samalam Krishna salilasya jathasarat. So, Srimad Bhagavatam, the sound incarnation of Lord Krishna, the Supreme Soul, entered into the heart of a self-realized devotee, sit on the lotus flower of loving relationship. So, he cleanses the dust of material association. It cleanses. Through years, it comes to the heart. Therefore, if anybody hears Bhagavatam every day, in that culture of hearing, one gets the transcendental knowledge. By the sword of transcendental knowledge, he will cut the Maya. Otherwise, Maya cannot be caught. It's very hard, very formidable. We need a very sword, shining sword, polished sword. That polishing is done by the hearing process. 7:50:45. Achutya Bala. How can you get the Achutya Bala? By hearing process. By hearing from the spiritual master. And if you do this culture, then automatically all these things your Maya will not be affected. In the previous verses it says that Sinmatam sadhaya nityam grinantasthititam kalena natidirghena. Not very, atidirghena means not very big time, very small time. Bhagavana Vishate Vidhi. Person who hears Srimad Bhagavatam regularly are always taking the matter very seriously. Will have the personality of Godhead Sri Krishna manifest in their heart within short time. You can know yourself that how by every day you hear, you like, you do not like, doesn't matter. You hear. You simply hear. By process of hearing, you will clean the heart. Simply hear. You will develop the urge of hearing by simply hearing yourself. You have no taste also, Prabhupada says that here. Therefore, Prabhupada particularly made Srimad Bhagavatam class morning time when we are fresh so that we can assimilate it. And Prabhupada says that one should not hear Bhagavatam class officially. That means it's a matter of, oh, let me hear because I have come to temple, I have no other option, I have to hear. No. Every time you should have a takeaway lesson. Prabhupada itself, many times I have posted in WhatsApp, learning something from our class. Takeaway lesson. What is my takeaway lesson? That is important. That will be always repeat. Repetition is mother of learning. You repeat, then you memorize, you learn, you understand, you realize and apply it. It will automatically come one by one. So every time you should contemplate after noting down, understanding, hearing, learning. Slowly, slowly we practice. In this way, you will be easily advance in Krishna consciousness and conquer the influence of Maya. Otherwise, as you say that Brahma is captivated by his daughter, Lord Shiva is captivated by Mohini Murti. What to speak of Indra and all? They are already given up. They are always in deluxe sense gratification is there. What to speak about the human being and other? Their mode of passion and ignorance. Everybody is captivated by Maya. So therefore, one should hear Bhagavatam regularly to conquer the Maya. There is no other process. No other process. So thank you very much. You have any question, any comments, anything to add, subtract?
We will never try to improve ourselves. So it will be wise to take responsibility on ourselves and try to modify or improve ourselves. That will be better for us to achieve or get out of the mind.
No, when I say we are forced means we are not forced by the modes of material nature, because everybody is supposing I'm infected by COVID. I am forced to have some kind of suffering. Yes or no? That is force. Because why? I'm suffering from, I'm infected. I'm infected by particular modes. I'm forced to do that. Supposing I'm infected by goodness, I have to come to temple. I'm infected by mode of passion. I will worship my wife instead of Krishna.
So there is no influence of God on that. We are getting influenced by our own weakness or by our own nature.
Yes, God is controller, but not initiator. We are the initiator. 5:15 Krishna say, I am not responsible. Here in this verses he say that spirit soul bewildered by the influence of false ego thinks himself as the doer of activity, that in actuality carried out by three modes of material nature. Because we are infected by particular disease, therefore I am suffering. If I am infected by the cough, I am coughing. You say I'm coughing because of I'm coughing. I'm influenced because I'm contracted by disease, viral things, virus. So I'm coughing. So the modes is influencing us. Therefore, we say we are forced to do. But I'm thinking, oh, I am doing it. This is my wish. I come here, I come there. I'm influenced by the modes that makes us to come.
So you are saying it is not the external thing which is influencing us or forcing us. It is ourselves.
Yes, correct.
Who is responsible to be influenced?
Yes, we are in correct. We are see, yeah, because we are the initiator. Absolutely, we are the initiator. Minute independence is there. 429:26. The minute independence is there. Therefore, I'll show you here because that is already here. So minute independence is there. Therefore, that misuse of independence. This is Krishna is not responsible. Bhagavad Gita, Krishna say, I am not responsible because I am not the initiator. I am the controller. I am sanctioning authority. I am just like a child is very adamant. I want to go. I want to go. Father say, okay, go at your risk. I don't, because but that permission has to be taken. See, we are thinking that I am the doer. I am independent doer. No, our activities depends on 5 things. Bhagavad Gita say. One of the thing is super soul. He is allowing permission. Anumanta. He is giving this permission. Upadeshta Anumanta. So here it is said that not does the Supreme Lord assume anyone's sinful activities and embodied beings, however, are bewildered because of the ignorance which covered the real knowledge. So here Krishna is not responsible, just like a judge is not responsible. Somebody is getting punished, somebody is getting 10 years jail, somebody is released, somebody getting lifelong imprisonment. Judge is not accused. Although outwardly it seems like judge is the main thing, but no, he is giving statement according to your gravity of you are initiator of your activities. You are responsible for your activity because you are initiating. Lord is just permitter. You are adamant what to say. Lord is telling you don't do that. But you are so adamant. I want to do. Okay, you do at your risk. Therefore, Lord is coming, giving an open invitation, convincing us, canvassing us. He is coming as a Bhagavatam, as a book incarnation. Bhagavad Gita, he personally comes, he is convincing Sarva Dharman Parityada Mam Ekam Saranam. I don't want. I am so adamant. Ahankara. I don't listen. Krishna say that you are lost because you don't listen to me. A child is not listen to me, I will go. Somebody not listen to me, I will go to Gulmarg. What is that? What is that place where? Pahalgam. Then he was shot dead. No. So why to go to the prone area of terrorism? So this is the thing. If I want to go, this is my initiator, then I will be responsible for all the things. So that is the thing. Krishna is not things. Because we are so adamant. We don't hear. We don't hear, he come back. That independence is Krishna given. Otherwise, what is the use of this independence? It's like a stone, like a laptop. I can do, laptop will not do anything. But because we are not laptop, we are the material, we are not material body, we are spiritual beings, spiritual spark, part and parcel. We have got that minute independence. When that is misused, then everything will be thing. Therefore, Narada Muni says that, Narada Muni said this last verse, this one. The salvation is that Narada Muni is giving. Salvation is the real interest of living entity to get out of the nescience causes him to be repeated birth and death. The only remedy to surrender to the Supreme Personality of God is through his representative, through spiritual master, through devotee association. Unless one renders devotional service unto the Supreme Personality of God, Vasudeva, one cannot possibly become completely detached from this material world, nor can he possibly manifest real knowledge. That is the end point. That is also stated in 556. What is that? Vasudeva Priti. Unless you have developed the love of Godhead, you cannot get out from this. So whole process is to how to develop the love attached for the Krishna. So therefore, regulative principle are meant, morning coming, Bhagavatam coming. Why for? Somehow little attachment will come. We have no attachment. A little attachment will come, slowly it will increase. As we increase, the Maya will vanish. They say inversely proportional. More we advance Krishna consciousness, less we in Maya. They 100% means you are 80% Maya at 20%. We are 20% in Krishna consciousness, 80% in Maya. There is no gray area. I am this, I am that. I am at the same time, so I am watching movies, same time I am Krishna consciousness. There is this delusion. This cannot be. That is, it cannot go together well. Material sense gratification and Krishna consciousness never go together well. So thank you. Mantra Sim Bhavatam ki jai.